This is gonna be a good one. This is gonna be a feisty one. Get ready for some dragon fire. We have the new year of the dragon coming, and there's so much I have to share today. Hey sister, welcome. Oh, this is gonna be a juicy one. And as I shared on my stories, please bring your tea and be ready because I'm about to spill it. Let's talk about pseudo-spiritual concepts that just make no sense whatsoever. So if you're not noticing by my energy, you're probably about to get a little triggered, or maybe you will resonate with everything that I'm saying. One way or another, it's about to get really good. So get cozy, bring your tea, and let's get to it. So, I just posted a little reel that I made yesterday where I was sharing about the path of least resistance and how that is a concept that we hear a lot in spirituality. The path of least resistance. Now first, before spilling the tea on it, let me share where that comes from. So the path of least resistance from a spiritual lens means that when we are in flow with life and with the universe, with our mission, with whatever you want to call it, things seem to happen more easily and more naturally. It means that when we are connected to life itself, things kind of just happen. So that would be the path of least resistance. Instead of making a really big effort to create something or to make something happen, the path of least resistance means that there's literally a natural flow when we are connected to our destiny, our dharma, our purpose, that kind of unravels itself through us because we are embodied and open. So this means, for example, that you might be full of creativity. You might have so much creativity and opportunities just come to you and magic just happens in your life and people come to you, money comes to you, and things just happen in your life kind of by magic. Hey Carolina, welcome. Oh, this is such a good one. I'm happy you're here. We're about to spill the tea. I literally have my tea right here. So the path of least resistance can mean in spiritual terms that when we are aligned with life itself, welcome, thank you sister. When we are aligned with life itself, things kind of happen more naturally. They flow more easily. So things come to us, opportunities arise, things just happen. But there's a lot to be said around that. Because, and now this is where I'm starting to spill the tea. And I was waiting for more of you to join to start spilling the tea, but I'm just gonna start spilling it right away. So, the path of least resistance. What kind of pseudo-spiritual bullshit is that? The path of least resistance. Seriously, think about it for a moment with me. Now let's think about most people in society, most people in life. They are, from one perspective, living the path of least resistance. They don't think too much about life. They don't think too much about themselves. They are not even aware of what they are not aware of. They kind of just have a normal life. They do what they are told to do. They don't really have that much critical thinking. And they just live their lives like that. And we can say that they are living the path of least resistance. Now think for a moment of all the people who have accomplished great things in their lives. Do you think that they lived the path of least resistance? Seriously? Do you? No. They didn't at all. most people who are successful nowadays, of course, like for example, successful can mean different things for many different people, but people who are either successful or like teachers or way showers or people who inspire other people, who are building great things in the world, who are helping a lot of people, they need to face a lot of resistance. Not just a little, but a lot. So what is this conversation with the path of least resistance? Because the path of least resistance means that I don't feel like going to the gym, so I'm not going. Great, then you're the same as 99.999% of the population, who is just lazy and complacent and are not willing to do what it takes to go to the next level. And that's okay, not judgment. Everyone is exactly where they choose to be. Funny that I didn't say that they are exactly where they are meant to be. I just said where they choose to be. Funny, right? So, it's easy to, for example, the path of least resistance can mean that you're consuming content on social media. You're seeing people making videos and you have your own opinions about it. Maybe you're making fun of them. Maybe you love what they are doing. Maybe they inspire you. But then you yourself are just consuming content and not creating your own. Path of least resistance, right? It's much easier to eat junk food and stay on the couch all day watching Netflix or whatever, instead of looking deeper at yourself and seeing where you could change and make changes so that you get to the next level of your potential. So what is this conversation with the path of least resistance? Hey sister, welcome. We're spilling the tea. What is this conversation about? It just makes no sense. No sense whatsoever. Of course, it's easier to, I don't feel like going to the gym, so I'm not going. Of course, it's easier to just watch other people making videos, but not getting uncomfortable enough to make your first video. Path of least resistance, right? Just doing what's easiest. Not facing any resistance. If it gets difficult, get the fuck out. But what happens when you do face resistance? When you feel uncomfortable but you still take action? When you're scared or afraid or triggered but you still move forward? You still take action. You still go to the gym. You still go to that class. You still talk to that person. You still buy that program. You still join that membership. You still go to that event. You still follow your heart even if it's scary. You travel to another country even if you're scared and you don't know where that will lead you. You take action even if you're scared and you face resistance. And what's on the other side of facing that resistance? It's opportunities, it's magic, it's money, it's friends, it's aliveness. It's literally feeling alive. You think most people who are just eating junk food on their couch, watching content that other people create and opinionating about other people's lives, don't you think that's easy? That's easy. Everyone can do that. But who can be courageous enough to be the one showing themselves up on camera and sharing their own opinions and perspectives? It's much easier to just watch other people and then just have our own opinions behind camera or post on the comments, but it's much more uncomfortable to be the one pressing record. It's much easier to have a normal job and going to work and just doing what we are told and fulfilling a task and getting paid than building your own business. Of course, that's easiest. Path of least resistance. And now, if I may, and welcome dear, if I may, let me trigger us all for real. Do you think Jesus had the path of least resistance? Because for Jesus, it wasn't about money. It wasn't about success. It was about doing something for humanity. Do you think that was easy? Do you think that that was the path of least resistance? Just think about that for a moment. Do you think people who created, like people who invented the wheel or the light bulb or helped humanity in one way or another, do you think that they were in the path of least resistance? Seriously? Or do you know that they faced resistance like no one else? Because they stood for something. They had a vision, they had a dream. And they were the living embodiment of their message. They showed up even when they were alone. They showed up even when people called them crazy. They showed up even when they were killed. Do you think Jesus faced the path of least resistance? No. It was kind of the opposite. He was freaking crucified. And if people with big hearts and big dreams and intentions stay in the path of least resistance, then their potentiality is never actualized because they never allow themselves to get uncomfortable and to face that discomfort. Hey Sylvia, welcome. So seriously, where did we find this bullshit pseudo-spiritual teaching of the path of least resistance? Because in the beginning of my spiritual journey, whatever, there were so many books about that and so many teachings about that. And living in the now and all of that, which is great and beautiful. But you know what? Living in the now also means that when I'm fully present in this moment, I also want to provide for myself and for the people I love in the future. So in this moment, I will be brave, even if it's uncomfortable, even if I'm facing resistance. Being in the now, for me, can also mean that I'm uncomfortable, but I'm building my business. I'm showing up on social media. I'm speaking my truth, even in a room where no one agrees with me. Or no one gets it, but I shall be the one, the first one, to be a trailblazer, to be an action taker, to be brave enough to face the resistance of what it means to upgrade. Because living in the moment also means to care for the future. You can say, oh, live in the moment, so you're using plastic all the time and you're eating junk food all the time. Because you're just living in the moment. You're just living in the moment, so you pollute the earth and you don't care about the impact of your actions in the present because you're just in the present moment. So you don't think about the consequences that that will have for your future and for the future of others. You're just living in the moment. Just cutting down all the trees. Because we're just living in the moment and we don't think about the consequences of our actions. Hey sister, welcome. You get what I'm putting down here. You get the tea that I'm spilling. And where my intention comes from. And the purpose of what I'm sharing. Does this resonate at all for you? The path of least resistance can mean that we only choose what's easiest. But guess what? If you want things that are different from what 99% of people have, you need to be able and willing to do different things. You need to be able to face resistance. You need to be able to be the only one standing while no one gets you. Because you have a vision, because you have a destiny and a purpose that it's bigger than yourself. So you do need to face resistance. and sometimes a lot of it. You need to be able to face your discomforts, your fears, to face challenges and responsibilities that come with your gifts, that come with your dreams, because your destiny calls forward more of you. And you know what? We don't become strong by living in the path of least resistance. We become strong by facing adversity. We become strong by being scared and doing the thing anyway, and learning along the way and getting better as we go. So I really want to invite us all to take a look into our lives. Where are you still playing small? Where are you still choosing the path of least resistance because you're afraid to take bigger, bolder action? Because you're afraid what other people will think of you. Because you are afraid that you will be alone. Because you feel uncomfortable, because you don't feel like going to the gym or doing your meditation practice or waking up earlier or whatever it is. To hosting that event, that retreat, that ceremony. To call that person, to travel, to go on an adventure. To do something that scares you. If we only do what's comfortable, we will always be comfortable. But guess what? Our comfort zone can become the greatest source of discomfort when we realize that we could be somewhere else that's so much better if we have taken different actions. So living in the moment, but also being aware of the future and aware of the past and where your actions in the past have led you, and if that's where you want to be or you would rather be somewhere else. Because guess what? Everyone can do it. Whatever it is that you desire in your life to accomplish, to be, to experience. Maybe you want to travel the world. Maybe you want to have your beautiful sustainable farm for your family. Maybe you want to homeschool your kids. Maybe you want to travel the whole world and just meet all the countries. Maybe you want to change your career. Maybe you want to build a retreat center. Maybe you want to be a teacher and teach people something. Maybe you want to be an artist. Maybe you want to be a singer. Maybe you want to be on stage. Whether it's like however you're perceived, how bold your desires are, from traveling the world and being on stage, or living in nature with your family and having your farm and your vegetables and it all being sustainable. It's possible for you. But what are you doing right now to take action towards that? Because there are things you can do about it. And if other people can live the life of your dreams, you can also live the life of your dreams. That's kind of basic. If it's possible for someone else, it's possible for you. If it's possible for me, it's possible for you. If it's possible for me to do what I love and have my walks at the beach with my dog and in nature, and creating my courses and programs and sharing on social media and having 2 different YouTube channels and my membership community and being a coach and traveling the world and being able to work from wherever I am, then you can do that too. And that's the whole point. We all can do it. It's not just a privilege that some of us have. Of course, some people can have, like different backgrounds and different families and stuff like that and opportunities. But that doesn't mean that other people can and other people can't. No, literally anyone can live any life that they desire. Because if someone else is living that life, that means that that's also available for you. And if you don't believe that, then please look at the own bullshit that is playing out in your mind. Because that's just what it is. It's bullshit. That's not true. That's not true. If it's possible for me, it's possible for you. If it's possible for someone else, it's also possible for you. You are not less than anyone else. If other people can do it, you can do it too. Thank you, Sylvia. And you find that and you do that by taking different action. And in your intuition and in your life, you already know a few things that you could be doing right now that will get you closer to living the life you desire. But are you doing them? Or are you still too scared and postponing? Are you postponing your dreams? Because that's just sad. Are you delaying your action and therefore your results and your dreams? Literally, if you tune in to your life right now, you will intuitively, easily know that there are a few adjustments that you could do that if you do them consistently for a while, they will start opening up opportunities and ways for things to come to you and for things to change. But you know that there are some things you can change or start doing and stop doing in your life. So what are you waiting for? Because you're just waiting for yourself. And guess what? The path of least resistance leads to a comfortable life. But do you want a comfortable life or do you want an epic one? Do you want a life where you feel comfortable or do you want a life that you feel alive? It's up to you to decide. And guess what? No one can take action for you. It has to be you. But also guess what? We can have safe community spaces for us to activate and inspire each other. And this is why I created the activation membership. Because it's not just each one of us by themselves. Yes, I'm taking action in my life and you're taking action in your life. But we can have a safe community space to activate each other, to keep each other accountable, to inspire each other and motivate and uplift each other, to celebrate each other. This is the power of also surrounding yourself with people who have also big goals and big missions and big dreams and who are taking action on them. Because what's the point of having a dream if you never do something to make it come true? How sad is that? That your dreams die with you. That's not okay. Not on my watch. That's not what I stand for, and that's not what I'm here for. I'm here to make dreams come true, and I realize that the dreams come true when I allow them to flow through me. And I allow them to flow through me when I face the discomforts and the challenges and the triggers, and I move through them and I take different action. And when I take bold action, when I am courageous enough to face my fears, to face the challenges and the discomfort, and move forward. Because the only way my dreams can come true is through me. So how am I giving space for them to come true? You want this life, but who are you in that life and how are you being that? What actions does that person take? What actions does that version of you do not take? And start making changes in your day-to-day life. The path of least resistance is the path to the comfort zone. But we are not here to be in our comfort zone. We are here to expand our capacity for more. And for that, we need to become more. And for us to become more, we need to face resistance. When I'm scared to make a video, but here I go. I'm scared to share my art and my voice and my singing, but here I go. I don't know what I'm doing, but I'm gonna try and I'm gonna learn along the way. I'm scared, but I'm gonna reach out to that person. I'm scared, but I'm gonna travel and meet different people in different places. I'm scared, but I'm starting my business. I'm scared, but I'm gonna go to the gym. I don't feel like doing it, but I'm going to meditate. Whatever it is. Whatever it is. Get out of your comfort zone and start living a life that truly makes you feel alive. Because that's the whole point. My loves, I guess this is what I wanted to share with you today. Honestly, I thought I was gonna be even more fiery than this. This was kind of chill. I thought I was gonna get a little bit more fired up. And maybe I will leave that to another live, because I had so much to share today that I feel like I'm going to divide all that I wanted to share, not in one live, but in 3 different lives, because I just have so much to say about this. And if what I just shared resonates with you, please let me know, because I know I'm not the only one. Bold moves lead to bold, big results. The path of least resistance leads to your comfort zone, but big, bold moves lead to big, bold results. So which one are you choosing? And how long will you decide to stay comfortable in your comfort zone instead of choosing to face the resistance and be discomfortable so you can feel more alive than ever? It's your choice. It's always your choice, and no one can do it for you. It has to be you. No one can take action in my life, and no one can take action in your life. We can be here for each other and with each other, but I cannot sing for you and you cannot sing for me. Hey John, welcome. And yeah, I guess that's what I wanted to share with you today. And it's funny because I was gonna go live and then it started pouring, but now it's kind of sunny again. So I might go on my luxury nature beach walk with my dog and just enjoy myself. And I feel so good that I did this live already. And honestly, I still have a lot more to say about this. So I will leave that for the activation membership, because I'm uploading some spicy videos talking about this subject there, and it's about to get more and more feisty and more spicy as we welcome in the year of the dragon, and we remember that we ourselves are the dragons, and that it's not about dragons outside of us, but awakening the dragon within. And what does awakening the dragon within mean? Do you think the dragons live in the path of least resistance, or do you feel that they are brave enough and courageous enough to take action even when they face resistance, even when it's scary, even when they are afraid, even when they are the only ones standing because no one else gets it or everyone else is afraid? Do you think a dragon keeps in their comfort zone because it's comfortable and familiar, or do you think a dragon takes action? Because if you call yourself a dragon and you're still scared to take action, and you're still scared to change things in your life, and you're still scared to show up, and you're still scared to speak your truth, and you're still scared to be bold, then you're not embodied in your dragon energy. Dragon energy is bold and courageous and brave. And if I am the only one standing, guess what? I am still standing. Hey brother and hey sister, welcome. This is what it means to be a dragon. It's not something funny or pseudo-spiritual that we throw around. Being a dragon means you are embodied in your power. means that you are courageous and bold, and you are taking action, and you are leading the way. And when everyone else is waiting and postponing and overthinking and scared and pointing fingers, you stand in your truth, you stand in your power. You are a living embodiment of your message. You are a living example of a dream become a reality, of a dream actualized into reality. A dragon is an embodiment of their message. That's what it means to be a dragon. It's not to stay comfortable in your comfort zone, in your dragon cave. That's not what a dragon is. A dragon is fully activated and embodied. And because it is fully activated and embodied, it activates the dragon fire of others. It reminds and activates and reawakens the flames of those who are ready to also ignite. So how are we still playing small when our greatness is so glorious? Stop waiting, because you're just waiting for yourself. And take action even when you are scared. Even when you don't really know what you are doing, where to start, how to do it. Even if you're cringy, even if you're scared, go ahead and start taking action. Because the more you take action, the more confident you are, the more natural it comes to you, the easier it gets. But it's not about this path of least resistance bullshit. Face the resistance. Get out of your dragon cave. Get out of your comfort zone. This is how you find your power and you become embodied in your destiny. And this is how you find the others. Remember who we are. Yes. Stop playing small and stop choosing the path of least resistance. Be courageous enough and bold enough to face the resistance, because on the other side of that resistance is literally the life of your dreams. So stop waiting for something to happen and start making things happen. Stop waiting for a change to occur and be the change. Be a living, breathing, embodied example of what is possible for you and others. And stop wasting your potential. It's time. And don't tell me you are a dragon and that this is the year of the dragon and that you're staying hidden in your dragon cave, because I call that bullshit. I call that bullshit. I see you. And I know you're meant for more, so what are you waiting for? Because when you realize that you have always and only been waiting for yourself, you will start taking action. You will stop waiting and start creating. Stop waiting for external things. Be bold and brave enough to stand in your power, in your truth, and take action every single day. Stop wasting your potential and start actualizing it, because it truly is time. But I cannot do it for you. It has to be you. It gets to be you. Because it's not just about the actions we take and what we are doing. It's who we are freaking becoming. If you never face adversity and resistance and challenge and fears, you don't become strong. You don't become confident, because you never had anything that you had to overcome. Only when we face trauma and pain and challenges and discomfort and resistance, only then we become more powerful, more confident, more capable, because we were able to face something difficult and to overcome it. And when we realize that the mountains we are climbing that feel so challenging are literally ourselves, everything shifts. The mountain you are climbing is you. You are the mountain, and you are the dragon. Stop waiting and postponing and hiding, and get out of your dragon cave and show the freaking fuck up. Because here we are and here we stand, and where are you? Woo! John, that fire came when you arrived, so thank you for that. Seriously. Seriously. This is so important. So important. And guess what? The more we are able to face that resistance, again, going back to the path of least resistance, the more we are able to face that resistance, then kind of things start to become easier, you know? And it feels like there's a little less resistance, because when you are in your power and you are taking action, that's, even when you're facing resistance, that's kind of when you are on your path, and it feels like you're facing less resistance because you are on purpose, you are embodied. But for that, you need to face maybe a little or a lot of the resistance in the beginning. If you are shy to show up on social media, to share your art, your voice, your music, your talent, your gifts, your opinions, it can be very uncomfortable in the beginning when you start sharing. But the more you do it, the more comfortable you become. And the person and the being you become through that journey, oh, that's the stuff right there. It's not even about what you accomplish externally. It's who you become. So please, face that resistance, face that cringiness, face that fear. Because on the other side is you. Is you, even more you. And that is so worth it. So my loves, thank you for being here. Starting this year of the dragon with this dragon activation and this dragon fire fully alive and awakened and embodied within me. Speaking the truth even when we stand alone. And speaking the truth, because this is also a gift of the dragon, speaking the truth even when you know it's going to trigger a lot of people and ruffle some feathers. But you know what? Sometimes triggering someone is the greatest medicine we can give them. Because we are awakening and activating and igniting them into change, into their potentiality, into their aliveness, instead of keeping them safe and complacent. So let's just get to it, shall we? Oh, my loves, thank you for being here today. This is what I wanted to share today, and I will come live. Oh, today's Friday. Okay, so we have a new moon ceremony today. If you're joining, that will be really powerful and really yummy. And if not, I will probably only come live next Monday, because I will take the weekend for my personal yummy live. And yeah, I still have a lot to share, so I will leave it at that for today. And I will see you again either later today on the new moon ceremony or next Monday. And until then, I hope you are shining. I hope you are taking action. I hope you are being brave and bold and courageous. And I hope you feel alive and the power of your own being. Thank you, John. Thank you, Sylvia. Bless you both so much. Thank you, everyone else who is here. and sending everyone so much love on this new moon and in the beginning of this dragon year, and sending you fiery dragon blessings. Thank you, and I will see you soon. Bless you, bless you, bless you.